So for the moment, what I'd like to do with this thing is get that tire fixed up. This one seems to be holding some air, and so's the front one, but that one ain't. So I got some tubes. I'll put a tube in it. Let's close down this hood. And then what we'll do is get the jack over there underneath it and get it jacked up. Right. Let's get this thing jacked up. Drag it over this way so we got room to work on it. And then we'll start taking the wheel off. Okay, we've got our air compressor built up and we've got our gun here. Okay. It's usually a pain in the butt getting these tires off of these rims, these little guys. So, I'm going to do the opposite of what you might think I want to do. And that's put some air in this just to get this back to where it's supposed to be. That way the tire's round again for the time being. This is our tube we're going to stick in there. So we got to get this off of here somehow. I just don't have the stuff. I know they make the press and stuff, but I don't have one. Now we figure out how to do this. Okay, here's our idea. This is something I've tried before, like with trailers, but I've never done it like this before. I've seen stuff like this done before though, so let's see if we can get it to work. Seems like it's going. Definitely scratching the bumper of the bus. I think we need some kind of lubrication. Okay, we got something to lubricate it with. This is Driver's Choice All-Purpose Lubricant. It's the only thing you can use for tires. And by that I mean it's the cheapest stuff I have. And it might work. So we're gonna try it. Get some more deep down in there. And maybe some more. It's definitely moving. Let's try rotating it. Definitely folding the edge of the tire over. Boy, I wish I had one of them fancy tools. Probably could have gone and bought one and saved some time. This isn't working very well. Alright, we got a bunch of different tries in with nothing. Got a piece of wood on there now, because it slips off the bumper real easy. So I was thinking maybe the wood would grip the rubber a little better. I don't know. Let's hit it too with a hammer. I'll put a nice dent in the rim. There we go. There we go. We got her. That's beautiful. Now we can try to stick that tube in. Pull this valve stem out, probably cut it off or something. Get the tube in there. Surprised this worked. Took a couple minutes, but it worked. Okay. Brought everything back inside. Now we can try to get our tube in there. This valve stem off of here and rip it out or something. we got it out in one piece. I was afraid I was gonna drop half of it into the tire. Wouldn't have been the end of the world, but better to not have it in there. Let's put a little bit of air in this tube and make sure it's not leaking, because I have definitely bought tubes that someone popped a hole in it with a screwdriver and stuck it back in the box and returned it to the store. Not hearing any leaks anywhere. I think we're good to go. That looks about right. We just gotta get it in there. In. Oh. It's always these simple little things that turn into quite the process. I like that I got a workbench back here. That's nice. Boy, getting this in here is not going to be fun. I'm thinking it might be easier to get this tube in if the tire is on the other side of the bead. I don't know. We'll see. All the times I've done this, I've had to break both beads to get the rim deeper down into the tire, put the tube in the tire, and then bring the rim up back through the tube. I guess you'll see what I mean when I do it, but basically I gotta try to get this bead broke as well. Okay, so I didn't get that bead undone. It was not moving at all. So I gave up on that, and I was like, maybe I'll just start jamming that thing in there. And it's been a kind of a frustrating process. I kind of have been hanging it off of the bench like this and pushing down on the rim to make room to get this tube in there. And it's a pain in the butt, but we're getting there. I got the valve stem through, you know, kind of first. Got this thing on there so that it can't fall back in the hole. We're just gonna keep jamming this thing in there. It'll go, it'll just take a while. Got you up on the bench so you can kind of see this nasty process. Just trying to jam it in here aggressively. The worst is trying to get it around the rim, trying to stretch the rubber around the rim. There we go. We got it in. See that? It's a good thing I got this in there, because it would have fell right down in. Now we need to get this bead back onto the rim. These are the wrong tools for doing this because they're sharp and pointy. Easy to pop the rim, but if you're careful about it and you just know that you got to be careful about it. I've got it done like this a bunch of times. Oh, the vice grip trick. Just remembered that. Okay, we're getting there. Now, getting to the point where the bead is getting caught on this spot here. We need to get the bead down so that it comes down into this area of the rim. And that'll give us more room to stretch this around. So if I hold that down, that's the way we need to do it. Okay, here we go. And now the vice grip is holding this from sliding around and following me right around the rim. That helps out a lot. Oh. Man, 10 minutes ago I was thinking this is impossible. This is ridiculous. I might have to take this somewhere. Someday I might be the guy that people take stuff to. I can't figure this out. Hopefully Kyle can. Look at that, I fixed my dent in the rim. Can't even tell that I dented it with a hammer. We gotta get our valve stem back in. Valve stem core bobber. Boy, it would be a crying shame to lose this valve stem in here now. Put this back on because I gotta go get my air hose. Okay, now I'm ready. Pull that back up. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I can get this vice grip to hold on to it for us. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't slip off or rip anything. What I'd like to do is try to get that tube rotated around. Also, with a tube that big, you jam it in there, it's all wrinkled up and folded over itself. You want to inflate it, deflate it a couple times so it figures out where home is, so it's comfortable, so that it doesn't pop itself or stay folded in there. You want it to be nice and even. Another way to get it to unfold and stuff, what I usually do is I fill it up with air, not all the way, and then, you know, fill it halfway with air and then bounce it on the ground a bunch of times like a basketball. This could not be doing anything, but makes me think that it's helping it. Valve stem doesn't really look like it's straightened out a ton, but it is better. So, and it's not falling in. I don't hear any leaks. I think we're just gonna keep putting some air in it. How much air we got in it so far? 18 pounds, 20 pounds. I don't think we need that much. I don't even know what these tires usually say on them. I know it's just going to give me a maximum for the tire, but it's not giving me anything at all. Armstrong, not for highway service. 1 ply, max inflation, 22 pounds. Okay, well, we're probably at like 25. "22 is good enough. Put the cap on it, and let's put it back on the unit. Now this ain't even what I came out to the garage for today. But, okay, I had to go get the jack because there's a jack stand under it still that I forgot about, and it's in the way of the tire. So we'll get this thing in the air touch. Jack out of the way. Tire back on. Here's. Look at that. Good as new. Just like the day she was bought. 1978. Well, now that the golf cart is on 3 wheels with air in them and easy to move around, now I can move it out of the way so that I can work on what I came out to the garage to work on, which is clean up this old fireplace and put some paint on it. If you have ADHD, that makes total sense to you.